Hey everybody, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Welcome to Open. I'm from 107.5 WBLS and Open. We're wide open. Coming up on today's show, we'll shine a light on the most recent work of a recording artist, singer, songwriter, actress, and a producer known for her role as Nala in Disney's Lion King, and so much more. Then after that, we'll be joined by the host of the Court Reporter podcast, who will highlight the topics and conversations she shares with professionals in the field of court reporting. Plus, we'll sit down with a young singer and songwriter who will speak about his passion for music, his music tour, and so much more. And then finally, we'll speak to the CEO and executive director of an organization that is helping at-risk youth. We'll speak about the organization's upcoming gala anniversary, too. Stay tuned, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. We're wide open. Here we go. We do it just like this. Here they are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm the host of Dr. Bob Lee. You're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is a recording artist, singer, songwriter. She's a performance coach and an actress. I've known her for some time now. I think I interviewed her about a few years back, just before maybe COVID, before the pandemic. She's known for her roles on Broadway productions such as Disney's The Lion King, Pippin, Motown the Musical, and has also been featured on Law and Order, SVU. So she joins us today to speak about her latest work with the Disney Princess Tour and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Syndee Winters. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Yeah, in the room.
Hello! Hi, Dr. Bob.
Check it out. I have an audience for you. Look, check this out. Bring the noise and clap. Yeah, they're coming up on my microphone. Listen, you've been doing some wonderful things in the business. We love the way you perform and love the way you sing and love the way you do your do like you always used to do. Tell us what you're working on now.
So much. I'm so grateful to still be a part of the entertainment industry. You know, COVID has really shifted a lot of things and it allowed me to get to work. So during the pandemic, I linked up with Grammy-winning artist Ben Williams, and we recorded a duo project called Butterfly Black. It's an R&B pop album, and Ben Williams is very prominent in the jazz world. He's predominantly known as a bassist, band leader, and an artist. And during the pandemic, we got together and created a group, and this project is called Butterfly Black, and the album is called Black Pop. It's available all over streaming platforms. We have our first single, I Just Want to Love You, out on streaming platforms as well, and we just printed our vinyl, so we're pretty excited. You can check that. Yes, we are back on vinyl, baby. Okay,
I love it. I have a whole wall of vinyl. You have to come to my studio and check it out.
Black to your collection.
I'm gonna add it to my collection.
Yes, you can follow us on Butterfly Black Music anywhere you are on social media, or butterflyblackmusic.com. I'm telling you, Dr. Bob, the music is fly. Okay.
I like that. I haven't heard that word in a while, but I love it. Let's use it back in the day. Hey, fly guy. Hey, fly girl.
Yeah, the music is fly or busting, whatever you want to say. You know, whatever the colloquialism for dope. It's great. The music is so fun.
There you go. Use it all. We all understand. Listen,
if you like Silk Sonic and Robert Glasper, or Peaches and Herb, Ashford Simpson and Robert Glasper, it's like a baby that puts, that's what Butterfly Black is. So it's beautiful.
Syndee,
so fun.
Do you play the piano?
I don't play the piano. I play it in my head.
Oh, you know what? I was going to ask you if you can go back then and hit that piano for us a little bit. No, I'm only kidding.
Oh, you mean? Oh, this one?
Yeah. Leave it alone.
Do you like?
We'll do it another time.
I have an accompanist that comes every Thursday.
Beautiful. Listen, Syndee, how impactful was your role on Disney's The Lion King in launching your career?
Oh my goodness. It was the role that changed my life. I've always wanted to be in The Lion King.
Uh-huh.
When I learned that a Caribbean actress named Heather Headley was starring as
Yes.
Nala in The Lion King, my family is from Jamaica. So I
Yeah,
said,
woman.
oh, that's a, yeah, yeah, man. So that's a place that I could be. And when I heard
Uh-huh.
Shadowland for the first time, I knew that I just wanted to sing that song. I've been a part of the company, the Disney on Broadway company for a long time.
Uh-huh.
I want to say since 2010. I've had incredible experiences, and most recently, I'm now working with Disney Music Group on a project called Disney Princess the Concert, where we tour all over the U.S. and now we're international. I'm going to um, Indonesia and
Look at
Taiwan with
that.
this concert. And we
Uh,
perform with the Boston Pops and the Hollywood Bowl and the National Symphony Orchestra at
uh,
the Kennedy Center in DC. And we love bringing this nostalgic
mhm.
music to Disney fans all over. And it's so fun. I get to celebrate my favorite princesses, so as myself. So it's really
Yeah.
great.
Beautiful. You do so many wonderful things. You got a chance to get together with Beyonce, and you redid
Yeah.
Nala, right? Talk
Yes,
about
yes.
that
I
a little
played
bit.
Nala
Yeah.
in The Lion King. So I
In
should have
2019, you came
buried the
back and
lead.
did it again.
Sorry?
In 2019, you came back and did it again.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's when I got a chance to meet Beyonce because I was the Nala on Broadway and she was the Nala in the film.
Uh huh.
So we got to meet and it was a beautiful connection and she's fabulous. Um, yeah, so I enjoy my time. I still work with the Walt Disney Company in various ways
Uh huh.
and it's so exciting. I'm still working on my Lena Horne project,
Uh
which has
oh.
been so much fun.
Wait a minute.
I recently
You didn't tell me
wrote and
that.
directed. Yes. Can you tell?
Uh, You're getting ready.
I
Yeah.
recently,
Yeah. And you
yeah,
can play it too. Yes. Yes. I can tell. You can play it.
thanks.
Wow.
I recently wrote and directed a full cast musical at Five Towns College out on Long Island.
Uh huh.
And now I'm touring that show. I have a show coming up October 19th in Bangor, Maine. That it's called Beyond Broadway, and it's a story about my own journey as a first generation Caribbean artist, coming into the Broadway world, but then also finding a project like Lena Horne and learning a lot about how this woman has inspired me throughout my journey.
Yeah.
So October 19th at the Gracie Theater in Bangor, Maine, and then we're doing another one on Valentine's Day
Uh,
in Tempe, Arizona, and hopefully to come to New York pretty soon. I'll definitely
Beautiful.
let you know.
A lot of people they wonder, what does it take to try to fit into somebody's character and play that role and sing their songs? What are some of the things that you have to work on to get to that point? Because you Lena Horne,
True.
you don't want to jack that up, so you got to come in tight.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've been working with this project for almost 10 years, which has
Mm.
been really fun.
Yes.
And the cool part about it is that, and to answer your question, you have
Mm.
to be absolutely obsessed with the person that you're studying. You have to have a great amount of empathy for why they are the way they are, choices that they decided to make, their mindset, the
Ah.
time in which they lived. Um, and also, she's a blueprint for a lot of the things and a lot of the opportunities that women have today, and she's an
Yes.
advocate. So, as a fiery woman myself, I can definitely relate to the type of fire that she had inside of her.
Uh,
And it definitely educates me not only to perform as Lena Horne, but as myself, as an artist. It informs me very much.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be tough getting into it, and then you have to get out of character to do the next thing because you do a lot of different projects, right? 'Cause you're still doing Broadway. They're still
I
reaching
do
out to you.
Broadway. Yeah, yeah. I'm more so touring right now and touring my own music
My
project.
God.
I'm working, with Butterfly Black and doing performances with Butterfly Black and Disney Princess the Concert.
Uh huh.
And I have an album called Lessons from a Lady that is dedicated to Lena Horne that you can pre-order on vinyl.
Yeah.
on my website at syndeewinters.com.
And that's what that picture is all about, right? Talk about that picture that we're going to put it up. Can you see this?
Yeah, so
What?
that's my album, Lessons from a Lady. It's 10 songs dedicated to the style and beauty of Lena Horne.
Beautiful. And that's expected to hit the scene when?
Hopefully, vinyls are interesting because they actually need to be printed. So
Yes.
they're coming out in November.
Save me a copy.
I will. Are you going to hang it on your wall?
I'm going to hang it on my wall, and I have a music library too. I may hang it for a while, and maybe I'll get 2 copies. I'll put one in the music library in a certain special section.
In the vault.
And I'll hang one on the wall. I'll frame it out.
Lovely.
Beautiful. Congratulations. All right. Yeah. We love the way you're moving.
Thank you. And Dr. Bob, throughout my journey, it's been really great to be a teacher and be a teaching artist and work with young people. And I teach virtual lessons and I teach in-person lessons to young performers who want to get into the industry. I've been a part of the industry for 18 years.
Yeah.
I started when I was a baby.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of knowledge that I'm so grateful and honored to share. So if you have a student or people that you are interested in learning more about the business, you can hit me up. I'm on my social media platforms and my website, and you can schedule a time with me.
Beautiful. What do you tell somebody who wants to get involved in what you're involved in, who wants to do the same thing, follow in your footsteps?
I say, believe in yourself, find a mentor, ask a lot of questions, study, and find the joy in it. Try not to take it as seriously because we're generating joy. We're trying to generate a good time and a good vibration for people. So find love in what you do.
I love what you do. I love your spirit too. So just have fun and dwell in the love of the whole thing.
Yeah, find fun. I mean, it's hard work.
Yeah, it is. It is. And whatever you want to do in life, it's hard work. But then when you present it, it looks easy to other people because you put some time in it. If you put some time on something long enough, something always happens, but make sure it's positive. Thank you for all you do. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Bob.
Yeah. Give me a social media again, and we got to meet up, and maybe I'll take you to lunch or something like that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys can find me at Syndee Winters, SyndeeWinters. I'm mostly on Instagram, so I mostly post on Instagram. You can say all social platforms. I don't have that kind of time. I'm busy. You can find me on Instagram.
I wish we had more time so you can sing a song for us, a little something, a little piece of something.
Oh, I can do that right now.
You know what? I'll show a quick video.
If you believe within your heart, you know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe what you feel and know you're right, because the time will come around when you'll say it's yours.
Syndee, what? Thank you so much. Our timing is just a little bit off because of the platform that we're on right now. But thank you for all you do. We love you and we appreciate you.
Thanks, Dr. Bob.
You're welcome. Syndee Winters, singer, actress, songwriter, performance coach. We'll talk about that more at another time. Come on more often, okay? So we can share the wonderful spirit that you are. Yes. All right. We'll take a quick break, and I've got more open coming up next.
19.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city, and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak, and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
Keep it going, keep it going. Keep it a little louder, a little louder. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Our next guest is the host of the Court Reporter podcast, and she joins us to shed a light on her podcast, speak about the topics that she discusses with freelance court reporters, and shine a light on the significance of the profession and our legal justice system. So please welcome to the show, Brynn Reynolds Seymour. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You're checking it out as it scrolls?
Oh, well, I should
You do this all the time, right?
I sure do.
Yeah. So how important or exciting is this to be able to sit in there and just check out everybody's piece as they come to court?
We get to see all the drama behind the scenes without having to say anything, without having to get involved. Well, we do have to say something in order to make sure that everyone follows the rules, speaks one at a time, and we kind of we have that responsibility of protecting the record, getting every word down.
Yeah, protecting the record. Speak to that.
So the record is the official record of every single word that is spoken in a hearing, a deposition, or a trial, any court proceeding. And it's very important to make sure we write the words down accurately so that justice can be served.
And who gets it after you finish with it?
The judge, the attorneys, anyone who orders the transcript can have it. Well, not any, I think, the people in the case.
Yeah. So if they order a transcript, your stuff has to be on point.
Yes.
Precise.
Yep, that's why we have a whole team that works together.
Yeah.
The scopist does the first round of editing, checks everything, and then the proofreader does a second round of editing and makes sure that everything is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, that's good to know. I mean, sometimes we come to court and we sit there, we don't know all the things that are happening in that court.
Yeah.
We just see somebody on the stand, maybe nervous or whatever, and then we don't know the work that you're doing, and that's important work because some people have to look at that and say, all right, this is it. This is we have to make decisions based upon what you've written.
Yeah, they do rely heavily on the transcript.
Yeah. So how did you start the podcast?
So I started the podcast because there's a lot that we don't really learn in school. It's one of those careers that you just get thrown into the field, and I mean, of course there's rigorous training, but it's focused on the skill of the technical side of writing on the machine and learning the softwares and those types of things. But when it comes to actually being in the courtroom and interacting with the people and the judges and the attorneys and everyone, and kind of having the confidence to be able to control the room, that's not something that we're taught in school. So I felt there was a need for more conversation about it, and just wanted to be the support that I couldn't find. Yeah.
And so as a court reporter, the media also gets to look into what you have written?
Not always.
Not always.
It's confidential
Just
and
inside.
protected,
It's an inside job.
I mean, some cases are public, and they're required to release the transcript. Like in the Donald Trump case, they had to release the transcript to the public. I believe there was a whole issue around that. But
were you there when that was going on?
I was not physically in that courthouse.
But you knew what was going on from your
because we're all in the same New York State Unified Court System, so we knew what was going on, and there was a lot of discussion around that.
What are some of the other topics that you cover while you're doing your job?
So, you mean on the podcast?
On the podcast.
So we talk about life balance a lot and also about the entrepreneurial journey.
Yes.
Because we never expected to be running a business, but because there are so many different components to the process of getting that transcript from rough draft to final delivery, it's required for us to delegate and learn how to run a business. Though I myself never really wanted to get into that, but if you want life balance and if you want time to be with your family and to do things that you want to do, it's kind of important to learn how to delegate and run a business effectively, create systems and processes, because it's a lot of work and there's a shortage of court reporters.
Yeah, we put something on the screen. Check this out and explain this. Put this back up. The Court Reporter podcast.
Yes.
Live.
The court.
Live, grow,
thrive. Yep.
Yeah.
So I was certified as a life coach through the Life Coach School. So a lot of the tools that I teach on the podcast are life coaching tools where you basically can accomplish, I can help anyone accomplish any goal they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything that you want to be, you can help them to accomplish that.
Yeah, because really it comes down to mindset and beliefs about oneself. And the brain tends to, like our brains naturally tend to go to the negative and criticism of ourselves.
Oh, tell me about it.
We're very critical of ourselves and we always hone in on like the mistakes and the negative things. So I like to, through the coaching, I like to emphasize the importance of training our brains to not do that anymore.
Yeah.
And it's really powerful.
And it happens to so many people. That means you're normal. I mean, with all the things that are happening in and around you and the world and in your community, you know, you're liable to fall off and say, hey, you know, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I'm doubtful about myself and the things around me. How do you climb out of that? Because there's some things that I do, you know.
Yes,
and if I hear somebody in that area, I try to grab the bull by the horn, so to speak, and just change the subject and move them into another area.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's so common, and that's why coaching is so valuable. Like if you can work with a coach, it's just so helpful to bounce your ideas off of someone who's trained to know how to ask the right questions and how to get to the root of the problem of what's holding you back from accomplishing that goal. And it's always something in our own minds that we've decided to, like if someone says something to us, it's not about what that person said, but it's about what our brain interpreted and what our brain made that mean, which is actually holding us back. So it's really powerful to be able to work with a coach. But if you can't, then you can also, I also teach people how to self-coach, how to coach themselves by doing sort of like a brain dump. And then like if you dump all your thoughts out and go through it, and you can usually find what's holding you back and what that, you know, what the problem is.
It can be quite depressing, huh, sometimes. Because
Well,
sometimes you can stay into it longer than you want to. And if you're into it like more than a week or so, depression sets in.
Yeah, but that's why the brain dump is so powerful, because it gets that negativity out. And you can see, oh, this is really my own, why am I thinking these things? It's not really actually that big of a problem when you get the facts and divide the facts from the circumstances. I mean, sorry, the facts from the thoughts. Like if you can weed those out, you can see like the power of our brain in holding us back and the power of changing those thoughts or getting rid of the bad ones to advance towards our
I stayed
goals.
with this for a little while because it's important. People get stuck sometimes, and you know, you can't move on. You can't. It's a blockage, and you've got to get rid of that so you can break through. Go over, go under, go around it. Don't let anybody stand in your way. Don't let anybody stop you.
Right. Exactly.
So I understand that you're a fashionista also. How do you mix the two, court reporting and being involved in fashion?
I started a fashion blog based on the advice or the suggestion of one of the attorneys that I work with. They always comment on my fashion because they say that I'm one of the best dressed court reporters they've ever seen. This is not really what I usually wear in court, but I wore this because I wanted to share that this blazer is an upcycled blazer, so which means it's a sustainable way of, you know, you take an old blazer, this was a men's blazer, and it was upcycled and turned into a fashionable like trench coat type of blazer. So I got it from Arbany Nola. She's a famous fashion designer. She was Miss USA a few years ago, and she sells these online. So I bought 3 of them. Actually, I bought 2. She gave me 1 for free. But yeah, so it's upcycled. By upcycling, we can reduce the carbon footprint that the fashion industry has and get more use out of old things instead of just letting them end up in a landfill.
I have a whole closet full of blazers and suits and things. You think she can use it?
You should send them to Arbany Nola. I mean, I love to upcycle myself, so I would love to learn how to make something like this, but I don't have the sewing skills. So I personally do a lot of upcycling that doesn't require sewing, such as turning a t-shirt into a tote bag, like an old t-shirt. You can do that without sewing. And you can also turn, t-shirts into so many different things. So
what can you do? Steve Harvey gave me a bunch of his suits, but I got the up-to-date suits. I got the baggy zoot suits. I got the regular suits, and I got the skinny leg suits.
Wow.
But I got the big suits that you can put 2 legs inside of one side.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite type of pants. I love a wide leg.
What can you do with that? I mean, so much material.
Well, I mean, I love wide leg pants, so maybe that could be turned into wide leg pants for females or for anyone. I mean, it could be. I'm sure
you can do the MC Hammer dance in those suits.
Yeah, the fabric can be. There's so much we can do with fabric, so it really shouldn't be going to the landfills as much as it is.
Yeah, beautiful. What's next for you?
What's next for me is I'm really into partnering with other companies, organizations, and brands that are doing things that are really in line with my vision and impactful for the legal industry as well as for sustainability, promoting those things and using the podcast as a platform to get important things out there.
Beautiful. Looks like you're doing a lot, and I think you're going to be very, very successful. You probably are already with a lot of the things that you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah,
good luck with everything. What do you want to, all of these things are working together. What do you want to stand out ahead of everything else?
I think the coaching is the most valuable that I have to offer, basically. Like the tools that I talk about on the podcast, not every episode because some of the interviews are more about the justice system, but when I do talk about the coaching tools, I think that is what I want people to really remember so that they can use that in their own life to advance in their goals and reach I just want to emphasize that anyone can do anything that you set your mind to.
There you go.
It's possible.
It's beautiful because you're helping a lot of people. You're helping them to realize what they can do in their lives.
And break all the barriers.
Yes, break those barriers. Let's get it going. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you. Come back and visit us again, okay?
Thank you, Dr. Bob. It was nice to be here.
Yeah. Brynn Reynolds Seymour, court reporter and host, Court Reporter Podcast. We appreciate you and love you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, we'll take a quick break. I've got more coming your way next on Open.
Hey, creative family. My name is Timothy Coleman, and I'm the Director of Education here at BronxNet. And I'm standing in BronxNet's Media and Technology Studios in the South Bronx because I want to let you know about an amazing program that we're bringing back that highlights the creativity of community members just like you. Emerging Media Makers is a show that introduces you to BronxNet's certified producers. They've taken a step in their creative journey by enrolling in BronxNet's media training classes. On this show, you'll get to see the many ways that our certified producers have created a space that's all their own. Emerging Media Makers, your passion lives here.
We're gonna start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at BronxNet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
And there you go. Hey, listen, our next guest is a talented New York City singer-songwriter. Joins us today to shed some light on his experience as an immigrant living in the Big Apple, New York City, and to speak about his passion for music and showcasing his latest project and so much more. So please welcome to the show, TOSHI. TOSHI's in the house. Everybody clap in the background. Look, they got their camera so they can't clap. They're clapping on top of the camera. Yeah. Listen, did you start in New York City? Did you come to New York, or you grew up here? Give us a little.
So I was born in a place called Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Which is a city in Asia. And I moved here when I was very young, like 7 years old. I moved here without knowing how to speak English. So I learned most of my English from just like listening to music and watching TV.
Do you speak both languages?
Oh, yes. I still speak Chinese and Japanese.
So if I said "wo I ni," what would you think?
Well, I need to. That was good. That was good. Yeah.
So when did you acquire the love for singing? In the music business?
When I was really young, I was something called a trainee, which is basically when in Asia they scout very young children at like 12 years old to teach them how to sing, dance, stuff like that. I left that really early on, but after that, it kind of encouraged me that, oh, this might be something I could be into. And then I heard about this band. The first ever band I ever listened to in America was a band called Paramore, and they kind of made me really love music. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it like growing up as an Asian immigrant in New York City? Was it strange? Everybody around you was like, wait a minute, how do I fit in here? Let me get in this. Let me get in where I can fit in.
Yeah. I didn't. The funny thing is, I think when you're a kid, you don't see race. Like you just see we're just kids, right?
Yeah,
I think when I first moved here, I didn't know I was Asian until like I went to like a barbershop.
Yeah.
And I definitely showed them a picture of like Zac Efron or something. I was like, can you do this? And they're like, no, like you're Asian. And I was like, I think that's when I finally understood I'm a little different. Also because I couldn't speak English well. But luckily, I do say like I've had a pretty okay experience. Like obviously, as young, I got bullied a lot too. But for majority of a childhood, I've also made a lot of friends. And I think New York City is like a melting pot. So everyone can get along. Yeah.
There you go. Beautiful. I like that. So how did it all, your experience, shape you into becoming who you are today as an artist?
I think it made me. Because in the Asian music culture too, everything is very industrialized. So everything is like pretty much one way. While in America, they're always encouraging you to be like independent or like express yourself. Yeah. So I had a hard time trying to balance both as well. Yeah. But I am really grateful to have grown up here though, because it kind of taught me that I can have like individuality and be myself more than just doing something a certain way. Yeah.
But in Hong Kong, you had a little more freedom than in the rest of the country.
Oh yeah,
for some time.
For sure, yeah.
Right?
It was still
so
definitely
it was like
city.
More like U.S. than anything else around the country in China.
Yeah, it was still a city for sure. But I think New York City definitely has more cultures. Like I see people of every color, every culture, besides Hong Kong, it's like everyone's still just Asian.
Who's dope in China? Who can sing really, really good? And and who do you look up to there? And who do you look up to as an artist here?
In Asia, there was this rapper. He was in Rough Riders, and his name is MC Jin. He lives in China.
Jin.
Yeah, he lives in Chinatown now. I met him a few times. He's really nice. And I was never into his music per se, but him as a person. I respect him a lot for everything he's done for the Asian American community. And America, besides Paramore, I also really just love like rock bands. I really love rock music, so anything from like Metallica, Escape the Fate, all those bands. Yeah.
You know, I was taking a class, this was some time ago, when hip hop was becoming more of a culture than just the music. You know, the whole graffiti thing and the style of the clothing and everything. And in this class, this lady came back. She went to China. She came back and said, "Look, this is what they're doing all over the world, even in my country." And she played the beat, and the beat was, and then the person came and started rapping, but in Chinese.
That's crazy.
I said, rap became a thing around the world.
Yeah.
At that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you experience that? You know.
Yes, for sure. I was trained when I was a trainee. I was trained to be a rapper, actually.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
You can spit 16?
I can spit. I can spit a few bars, but I was trained to be a rapper. So it was actually I consider myself a singer now. But singing was always something I loved doing. But ironically, like when I auditioned as a kid, or when they scouted me, they were like, "Oh, what are your skills?" And I was like, "I would love to sing." So I sang, and they're like, "You cannot sing." So they just taught me to rap instead.
Yeah.
But as I grew older, and now that I left there and I'm more independent now here, I was like, okay, I really enjoy singing, so I really want to put a lot more effort into learning to be a better singer.
Just a few bars. What did they have you rap back then?
It was mostly in Japanese.
Oh, yeah?
And also in Chinese, but
You speak Japanese and Chinese?
Yes.
And
yeah.
English?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
My most fluent is English and Chinese, though.
So how would it sound in Chinese?
How would it sound in Chinese?
How'd your rap sound in Japanese?
Honestly, and for syllables in Japanese, it goes like way faster. I actually prefer rapping in English. I think I'm just smarter with lyrical play.
So if I do something real slow, like I'm Bob Lee, as you can see, nobody rocks this joint like me. It's the feeling that I get when I'm on the gospel. You did the beatbox. Man, we could start a group here. Let's do something.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
So wait a minute. Is he gonna? You want to perform something for us?
Oh yeah, for sure. If you would like me to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if we can cue up the music. If not, you do it in acapella. Okay.
I could try. Yeah.
Okay.
I could try.
Let's drop some music. Yeah. You're gonna do that piece, Homewreckers, for us?
Yes, there's a song called Homewrecker that I didn't release yet, but I like it a lot.
All right, let's do it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
TOSHI with Homewreckers right here on BronxNet.
Thank you.
Yeah, you took the keys in my car last night. Where'd you go again? I'll let you go to your new boyfriend. I hope you think of me when it ends, 'cause you're in the back of his old Wrangler, fogging up the windows. Like we used to. High school was so long ago, but does he know how you still keep my cologne beneath the pillows that we slept on? Yeah, wrote down all your turn-offs. I won't say I want you back, but it's true. He doesn't know you like I do. Yeah, he takes the rain, but I dance all night soaking wet with you. He couldn't love you like I did. So if he ever feels like home, call me your homewrecker. 'Cause tell me that when he says your name you get dizzy. Tell me you're better off, no way that you miss me. Or tell me all about the times he kissed you while you thought me. Babe, who would have thought if we made it back again? Meet me at our spot at 3 a.m. Say what's the point, he knows I'm just a friend. Oh, now that's 'cause only that I'm fucked up. 'Cause you said how much you hate all of my friends. I dropped them all, no need to play pretend. Babe, ain't it messed up how I'm losing all my luck up on you? On you, like we used to. High school pictures of you in the but keeping my cool. Posters and your love songs. Wrote down all your turn-offs. I won't say I want you back, but it's true. He doesn't know you like I do.
I was the background dancer.
Yeah, that was good. You did
Homewrecker,
great.
huh?
Yeah, thank you.
I was dancing my tail off right over here. I think
you.
they caught me on these cameras over there.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That was
Thank
nice.
you for
Did you
dancing.
write that?
Yes, I wrote it.
All right,
Everything
good.
for myself. Yeah.
So what are we gonna do with that?
Where's
it gonna go?
So I'm very privileged that I've been able to do tours and be who I am, even without fully releasing music yet. So since I haven't fully released music on all platforms or anything, I really want it to be something that I really love and be special.
Yeah.
So I hope this makes it on the album.
Beautiful.
And, yeah.
Who are some of the people working with you? Give them a shout out.
So this is these are good friends of mine. This is Nat. This is Adri, and this is Dilu. They found me because I opened for some of my K-pop idol friends. And I was just, some random opener for my famous friends. And they met me after the show, and they're like, hey, we want to help you with your career because you're independent. And I really appreciate them. And it's almost been 2 years now, and I've done a lot with them, and they treat me really well. Yeah.
Now, you have your dream the inspirational people that you worked with or that got you where you are today, who would you like to sing with or collaborate with?
My dream person to sing with is Hayley Williams
Oh,
from Paramore.
okay.
Yeah, although I don't think I could ever match her singing, but I would love to be on stage.
So why don't you ask her? Grab the camera and say, "Hey, Hayley Williams, I would love to sing with you."
I'm so shy. Hi, if you ever see this, I love you.
We're gonna send it to her. Get ready.
That's crazy.
Make sure you contact him, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, social media and everything?
Yeah, so my Instagram is where I'm mostly based. It's 7.toshi, same with my TikTok. And I don't have a Spotify or anything yet, but hopefully I debut by the end of this year, and I hope you stay tuned for whenever that is.
And if you had an opportunity to sing or tour anywhere in the world, where would you like to do it first?
Anywhere first. I would love to probably go back, actually. I've toured her before, but I would love to go back to a really small town in Texas called McAllen.
Oh.
I did a really small show there for like 60 people, but I would love to show that those diehard fans that were there for me from the beginning and come back and give them like all free tickets to like when I blow up and do a really big show.
Stuff like that. And then you want to come back to New York?
Oh,
that?
for sure. Yeah, this is home.
After Texas, New York.
Yeah,
of
for
course.
sure.
Yeah.
New York, yeah. Texas is close, but New York, number one. I love
Send
New
some love to your fans. What do your fans mean to you?
York. They mean everything to me. I really appreciate them because, like I said, like I don't even have music out. So for you guys to support someone, you guys are really like supporting a guy with $5 in a dream. So I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys stick with me as I get bigger and grow.
There you go. TOSHI, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Give me your
Thank you for
social
having me.
media one more time.
It's at 7.toshi for my TikTok and Instagram. And those are my main social medias right now.
All right. Everybody in the background, everybody home, give TOSHI a big round of
Thank you,
applause.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you more. I
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break. I've got more coming up next on Open. Yeah. And welcome back. Our next guest is the CEO and Executive Director of Visions and Pathways, a wonderful organization that is in the business of developing programs for at-risk youth. Joins us today to speak about the work that the organization is doing to help the next generation and to promote their upcoming 54th anniversary gala. 54 years doing it. Please welcome to the show Mr. David Walker. How are you, man?
Thank you. Thank you
Nice
for
to
having
see
me,
you.
Dr. Bob.
So you came out of law
Yes.
into
Social work.
social work
Yeah,
and
yeah.
into dealing with people and organizations, community-based organizations, CBOs, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And now you're working out of,
Out of Visions and Pathways,
Yeah.
based primarily out of Bridgewater, New Jersey.
oh,
But
okay.
we serve throughout the state and we'll take kids from wherever.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're working with kids that have
Abused,
problems.
neglected, homeless, and runaway youth.
Yeah.
For example, we had young Russian twins.
Uh-huh.
They came from Russia to meet up with their father.
Yes.
When they arrived at Newark Airport, their father never greeted them. They were abandoned. And so the state contacted us. We picked them up from Newark Airport, and we took care of them at one of our group homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the group home is self-contained. It has everything, education and housing and
Food, clothing, shelter, educational support. We work primarily with youth ages 13 through 24, but we don't turn anyone away.
Yeah.
So we have our group homes that are based primarily in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Once again, we take kids from throughout the state and outside the state.
Yeah.
Community-based programs, Street Smart, Street Outreach, Prosperity, Independent Living Skills, our Pathways Community Counseling Program. Our Pathways Community Counseling Program, that's something that's relatively new for us and very exciting. So what we're able to do is go in the community with therapy. We have licensed therapists that go in the community. That helps to destigmatize clinical services and meet people where they are. Culturally responsive. Being culturally responsive is extremely important to us.
Yeah, Dave, when you do your outreach, Dave, where are some of the communities that you go into? Is it the area within New Jersey, or you go throughout the tri-state area?
Yeah, throughout New Jersey, but once again, we will encounter kids from throughout the country. So homeless and runaway youth, they will go anywhere. Unfortunately, they will be exploited. So you have someone who runs away from home because of what's going on there.
Yeah.
They catch a train, and they end up in New Jersey. New Jersey, Newark Airport, for example.
Yeah.
And so that young person, through our street outreach program, we will identify that young person, get them the help that they need, stabilize their lives, and set a path forward for success.
Yeah. Do you find that since a lot of people are crossing the border, you have a lot of asylum seekers
we do.
in the program?
We do work with undocumented population, unaccompanied minors, working with the appropriate state and federal authorities.
Right.
And once again, very vulnerable.
Yeah.
So you have an unaccompanied minor coming here to the States. They're lost. Very often there's a language barrier.
Yeah.
And so we have bilingual staff that will work with those young people and make sure that they receive the appropriate care and support.
Yeah. Wow. You know, and it's not easy work, you know, reaching out to people and helping people straighten their lives out and giving them all the things that they need so that they can be successful not only for themselves but their families.
Exactly, and give them hope.
Yeah.
Our young folks, listen, you're talking about a young person who's 17, 18 years old, who more often than not has experienced abuse most of their life.
Yeah.
And by the time they come to Visions and Pathways, hope is really missing from their lives.
Yeah.
And so through our wellness program, we have a great relationship with the faith-based community. With the Divine Nine, we have a great relationship with sororities and fraternities. We bring that all together in addition to meeting their basic needs, but instill them with a sense of hope and direction.
Yeah. I'm going to post up a couple of pictures there for you to see. I want you to talk to them. Speak to what you see on the screen there.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. That's part of our Transitional Learning Center, where very often there are gaps in our young people's education. And so through our Transitional Learning Center, TLC,
Tender Loving Care.
There you go. We help them get up to grade level. And once again, instill them with that sense of confidence that they can do. That's one of our group homes. That's called Passages in Bridgewater. We're very proud of our homes. It is a home-like setting. Very often when people hear group home, they think institutional.
Yeah.
No, they're small, home-like settings, very comfortable. Our kids really love where they're living. Very often it's the most stable environment, the best environment that they've ever enjoyed in their life, a great foundation for moving forward.
Yeah, and within those group homes, you have like a mom and pop situation?
No, it's staffed 24/7, but once again, through volunteers, I mentioned the Divine Nine, so we have our fraternities and sororities come in. We have the faith-based organizations. We also have 3 mentoring programs. Journey to Manhood for young men, Jewels for young women, and Skittles for our LGBTQ community.
Great. You know, it just reminds me of places like Children's Village
Yes.
and Dobbs Ferry,
Yes.
New York, where they have cottages on
Yes.
that campus, and you go there, you have a mom and pop
Right,
simulating
right,
your
right,
parents,
right.
cottage parents,
Uh-huh.
and they do that whole thing, everything all under one roof.
Yeah, it's true. For our youth, young adults, we are surrogate parents.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
some of the things that people, young folks, learn in an intact household, our young folks have not learned that.
Yeah.
So we have to act as surrogate parents, teach them about activities of daily living, and once again, give them that sense of hope. What do you want to be in 3 years? What do you want to be in 5 years?
Yeah.
You want to make money? All right, how are you going to do this in a legal way?
Yeah.
you know, and so set them on that course.
Yeah. And Dave, how long do they stay there for? As
Well,
long as they want, or they have a time?
Yeah. With our state-funded programs, there's a limit to age 21.
21.
So they age out. A large percentage of our kids are aging out of foster care.
But by then, you would have taught them the pathways.
To the degree
success.
possible.
Yes.
We will have taught them the pathway to success and laid the foundation, make sure they have all the support that they need to move forward.
Yeah. Speaking of support, how are you funded? Do you get support from elected officials or the community or companies, organizations?
Yeah, all the above. We receive state, federal funding, and local funding, foundations, charitable contributions. That's why our gala on October 3rd
Yes.
at the Bridgewater Marriott, we have a remarkable MC for that event.
Yeah.
I think you know him, Dr. Bob Lee, who's going to be our...
Oh, is it me?
Yes, you. Don't
All
forget
right.
now, we're
Yeah.
counting on you being there.
No, I have everything on the calendar. Let me see, what date is that?
October 3rd, Bridgewater Marriott.
I don't look at it until I get other things out of the way.
Cocktail hour starts at 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, open bar. There you go. It's right there. But that's
All
why
right, yeah.
those events are so important. The support from the government entities, critical, is at least a foundation. But some of the arts and recreational activities, some of the other things that are critically important for our young folks to be whole people and move forward in a positive direction, that's from charitable contributions and fundraising, such as the gala on October 3rd with our MC, Dr.
There you go. I'm going to give you a microphone or a camera. You have the mic already. You can ask for what you want. There are a lot of corporations, community-based organizations who like to help, people who give grants, and you have unions.
Right.
You have the...
Yeah, one of our new projects actually is something called the Technology Education and Career Center. And with the Tech Center, what we're going to do is work with the population that we've already worked with, but also the reentry population.
Yes.
Individuals who have been incarcerated returning to the community, to give them jobs immediately, and once again, hope moving forward.
Yes.
So we do need charitable contributions for the Tech Center and all of our services. But we're really excited about the Tech Center because it's going into the community and helping a high-need population before they move on to recidivism.
Yeah. Now, I didn't know Lewis booked you
Yeah.
to come on the show. So you had me going all the way until you said I was going to, there's somebody special that's going to host your show.
But very special.
Well, thank you for inviting me. You know, I'm passionate about helping others get what they need out of life, and I think you guys are doing a wonderful job in, helping out. Helping the lives of a lot of people in our community. People are hurting, and they're looking for organizations such as yours to be able to help them.
Exactly. And that's why we were so excited when you agreed to be our MC, knowing your commitment to the community. Actually working with the reentry population, that's one of the reasons I mentioned it. That critically important for our communities, for our society as a whole, to help young folks. Now with the reentry population, we're not dealing with everybody. We're dealing with up to age 30. Right. Before they get too deep in, helping them to achieve success and become self-sufficient.
I like that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So how's this gala gonna look?
It's going to be
not the first one.
No, it's not the first one. We've been in existence as an agency for about 54 years.
54 years.
This makes our 8th gala.
Yeah.
And of course, it's going to be the best one because of our MC.
Pressure.
But we have a remarkable entertainment. Dave Fields Blues Band.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave Fields. He's in the New York Blues Hall of Fame. I listen to his music. It's fantastic. It's really remarkable.
It's a team of people. It's me,
it's
you,
always a
the
team.
blues band.
Yeah.
Lewis.
We have remarkable honorees. Linda Hill, who is with the AKAs. I mentioned the Divine Nine a few times. She actually helped open the door, introduce the Divine Nine divisions and pathways.
And there's that flyer right there.
There you go. Yeah. Another one of our honorees is the Kiwanis Club of New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kiwanis has dedicated their charitable giving towards combating youth homelessness.
Yeah.
And Visions and Pathways is one of the organizations that has been supported by Kiwanis. That kind of shows you the diversity of support they receive.
Yeah.
Divine Nine, Kiwanis Club, and also Children's Hope Foundation, which is a local foundation that has supported our Pathways Community Counseling in the community counseling programs.
I belong to the Kiwanis Club of LaGuardia Airport. So,
yeah. Okay.
I know the work that they do in the community. So you got some good organizations working to support what you're doing.
Excellent.
I like
excellent.
it.
Excellent.
Give me a website and social media where people can
we really encourage people to visit the website because it gives you a lot more information about what's going on. And the website is visionsandpathways.org. So from there you can find out about us and get all the social media handles.
Yeah. And they can get tickets off of the website there.
Yes, or One Cause. It's the Spark Gala, Visions and Pathways, October 3rd, Bridgewater, Marriott.
And we'll see you there. Thank you for the wonderful work that you guys are doing in the community.
Thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Bob.
All right. David Walker, Esquire, MSW, CEO, Executive Director, Visions and Pathways. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
All right. Wow. Time has flown by. It's that Janet Jackson song, Funny How Time Flies When We're Having Fun. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. And I'll thank our guests for joining us, you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. You can follow us on BronxNet TV for continued coverage. Thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. You can join our hosts, Kip and Arlene, Darren Jaime, and Rena Valentine on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays for episodes of Open. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. I'll catch you another day, another way. I love you all, and I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. Peace.